What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. Welcome to the second video in this series called New Tool Tuesday. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a detailing tool that is super important if you want to refinish paint. So if you want to correct scratches on it, if you want to put waxes on your paint, or if you just want to inspect it, you're going to need this special tool that I have that's very cheap, that does an amazing job at what it does. So I have my Nissan behind me. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't detailed it in a little bit, I haven't ever polished the paint on it, but if I wanted to inspect the paint, how would I be able to do that? The normal way to go ahead and inspect the paint is what you do is you go right up to it and you try to see the reflections out of the clear coat. So typically, if you have a very scratched car, you'd be able to see all of those reflections and the light itself wouldn't exactly be super clear. The light would be distorted because of the imperfections and the scratches in the paint. So if you're looking at a scratch right here, for instance, the light is going to come down, and if there's a scratch there, it's going to be distorted when you look at the reflection. So if you have a perfectly nice smooth paint job, you're not going to have that. You're going to have nice crystal clear paint. Now, if you want to inspect the paint, how do you go ahead and do that? For really large scratches like something like this, it's pretty noticeable, okay? But if you're working with paint that's like this, that looks crystal clear, well, is it actually? What I like recommending is changing the environment that the car is in. So because it's overcast out and you don't have a direct light source, it's very difficult to actually see any imperfection that you have in the clear coat. So what I'm gonna do is bring the car inside the garage or just in an area that doesn't have light all over the vehicle. If you can have it so that you have light in one focused area and then you can see that reflection, you're going to be able to see all the scratches that are in the clear coat. So with the Z now in the garage, well, you'd be able to see all the scratches that are in the paint. So once you come up to it, you'll be able to see any kind of imperfection that's in here. So if you have a large scratch like that, it's more noticeable. But even still, you really have to try and look for the scratches to find them. Well, with the tool that I'm going to show you guys today, I'm going to make it so that it is super easy to find any kind of scratch that's on the car. So it doesn't matter if you've just polished the car or if you haven't cleaned the car in years. By using this tool, you'll be able to find any kind of imperfection on the paint. So this here is my Astro 50SL LED inspection light. It has a CRI of 97, which basically makes it so that any kind of surface that you're looking at, this is going to make it so that you're going to be getting the truest colors possible out of the reflection. So this tool right here has a couple different features on it. The first one is going to be the power button. So you've got a power button on the back. It's super easy to operate. You've got a high mode, you have a low mode, and then you have off. You have a hook on the top, you have a magnet at the back, you also have another one on the bottom, and you can actually change the angle of it. Well, it's kind of difficult to do with one hand, but you can change it so that the top part is either completely that way or this way. It has 180 degrees of change with this bottom base. But what's really cool is how this thing works with the paint. So if I have this and I turn it on and shine it at the paint, this is going to basically replicate the same kind of light that you're going to see from the sun. So these are the kind of colors that you're going to expect from it. So even still, it is kind of difficult to find scratches in the paint, and that's because we have this light here distorting our view. We go ahead and turn the lights off and just go ahead and use this inspection light, we'll be able to see imperfections in the paint. So can you guys see like those lines on top of the paint? Those are all holograms. So the person that owned this car before me or the person that detailed the car before me use the wrong kind of polisher. So typically you see this whenever someone uses a rotary polisher on paint. You can see that it leaves those holograms. Now it's very difficult to see them, and it's super noticeable when you're driving the car in daylight how bad it looks, but when you're trying to correct it and look for those scratches, it's very difficult to actually see them. But if you have the right tools, it's super easy. And the same thing goes for the fender. Can you see how there's scratches all on here? So by playing around with different kind of lighting sources, you can see the imperfections in your paint. So if you guys are working with paint, you guys can find any imperfection that's on the paint by using one of these tools. So this guy here has a CRI of 97, which is fantastic and ideal for working with paint. So it doesn't matter if you're working in a body shop, it doesn't matter if you're working with just detailing. This thing is incredible. And if you compare this to the same kind of light that other companies produce, you'll find that this guy here comes in at less than half the price and does the exact same thing. So this is impact resistant, it's water resistant. You can see that this guy here comes off. You can twist this here, and you can remove the projector to clean the projector itself so that you get the best possible light output out of this machine. Super easy to work with. It's an amazing tool, and I've used this for the past little bit. Now, I haven't showed you guys this tool before because I wanted to save it for this playlist. So this thing comes with built-in rechargeable batteries. It comes with the base. So I actually have this on my toolbox, and you can plug this thing in, let it do its thing, and whenever you need it, just pick it up and inspect your paint. You can use this whether you're working on light colored cars or even dark colored cars. Now on the lighter colored vehicles, it is going to be a little bit more difficult to find those scratches. However, if you have one of these, you're not gonna have an issue at all. Now it really depends on what option you guys wanna go with, polishing versus waxing. However, both are great and they'll both make the car look incredible. Now, I've shown you guys many times how to polish a vehicle, how to wax a vehicle, and all that stuff, how to protect it, you name it. I've made a video on that. If you wanna find out more information about that, you guys can check the description box. If you guys have any questions regarding this tool, there's gonna be more information down in the description box where it's gonna be informing you of other features and other cool things that this light does. If you guys wanna find out more information about this handy light, you guys can find more information in the description box. There's also going to be a purchasing link where you guys can buy one of these, and that link will redirect you to Amazon where you can get one of these shipped right to your door. The next video that I have coming out in this playlist is going to be for a tool that's going to help the DIYer at home. So if you are working on any kind of mechanical part on your vehicle, this tool is 100% going to help you out. If you guys aren't subscribed, definitely click that button, because if you guys want to find out what next week's video is for New Tool Tuesday, you aren't going to find out if you aren't subbed. So click that subscribe button, stay tuned for next week, and that's it for this week's episode of New Tool Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.